Hi everybody, well as you can see I've been busy. I'm covered in grime, I've been grinding all day. I haven't posted a video on Jacklore knives for a few days now, or a couple of weeks or more. So I thought I'd better put something up in case anyone's getting worried, but I am still here. I'm still working hard. I'm probably going to post, I think, fewer videos for the next few months because I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a few things here going on with the family, which is going to take a bit of a priority. So with that and having to knuckle down and also get these knives built, the videos are going to have to take a bit of a break. They'll be coming up when I've got something to show or something to share, then I'll be posting a video, but not as regularly as I have been. So it may go back to that in the future, but I think fewer uploads for the time being. Certainly whilst I get the summer season out of the way, because it looks like I'm going to a few of the shows and I've got to knuckle down and prepare knives for that. I haven't started work on my email list yet. I'm well behind on that. I've had a lot of things happening, and I haven't even started to do any of the email list people yet, but I'm hoping to move on to a few of you in the next couple of weeks. So bear with me and thanks for your patience. So anyway, I'll show you what I've been doing today. That's out of interest, and then as I say, this is really to let you know that I'm still here, even though I haven't posted the video, that I am hard at it, you know, getting the work out. So with that, enjoy the rest of the video. This is my new quench tank, a kind gift from a fellow YouTuber, Oz. Thank you very much for that, Oz. It holds 3.5 gallons of oil, and you can see the size. Plenty of room in there for agitation, which is crucial. You can see I've got a lid which gives a good joint, it's a good seal, it's got a rubber seal in there. Well, this kiln's coming up to temperature now. They've had their soak time almost 1 minute ago. The kiln over there is ramping up to its temperature for the tempering cycle. I'm going to see how my new quench tank performs. With the larger tank, it should make agitation a lot easier. When you first put hot steel into the oil, you get a vapour barrier form, and the agitation is essential to be able to break through that vapour barrier. Just making sure I've got the right angle, like that, yeah. Right, they can come out now. Plenty of room for agitation, as you can see. The bleeping is the other kiln telling me it's reached the tempering cycle. Tempering temperature rather. You can see the scales blowing off nicely after quench. I'm at a shot at the moment. I'm just preheating the tube. Just warm the tube up a little bit. It's all pre-assembled. The innards of the mosaic pin have been pinched into position at each end so they can't rotate. They're all lined up now. So into the epoxy it goes. On with my vacuum pump. This is a hand one, you don't want a lot of pressure for this. Pull a vacuum, you can see that on the gauge there. And what you'll start to see is the epoxy will be drawn up. Normally it appears just in here where these two copper tubes are first of all. It normally appears there first, and then lastly it appears down here. And it's a matter of waiting. So normally it appears at the top of the brass. Normally it appears at the top of the copper tubing, which it's just doing now. There's the epoxy there, and I'm waiting for it to now appear down here. Which it should at any moment. You can just see it beginning to pull up down there now. So I have successfully filled that tube. I fold the masking tape over so it forms a seal, and that gets stood up like that to dry. Just running the Rockwell test on some of my latest batches of knives. Every knife I build I run a Rockwell test on. Make sure the anvil's clean. Position the knife on the anvil. And wind the anvil up to create a preload condition. So here we go. 1 revolution, 2 revolutions, 3 revolutions. I can adjust the dial for accuracy. And I've got to pull the unloading lever, and then that will release the main load, the test load. That's it, and then the test load is applied. I hope it to come to an end somewhere about here. That's a good indicator. Now I've got to let it just sit for a little while because there's a little bit of creep still, and just leave it to sit for a while, because what's happening, the test load is being applied through a diamond indenter into the steel. And when there's no more obvious sign of movement, I then unload the test load. I'm now going to unload the test load, and the needle will move backwards and give us our Rockwell reading. And you can see here we're looking at the black digits, so that would be equal to 30, HRC 40, 50, 60 and so on. So we're looking for 58, 59, somewhere around about here. So I'll unload the test load now and see what the Rockwell reading of this knife is. Well, according to the scale, let's zoom in. Looks to me like it's 59 HRC. Also today I hand rubbed and ground the bevels on these 5 knives. Some of them are tapered tangs, some of them are straight tangs. One of these is going to be for my friend Paul, the shaving man. If you want, Paul, you can do a shaving video. I have actually shaved with my own knife before now. There's one of them, look. Let's zoom out a little bit. Just before the scales go on. And there's the other side. For some time now I've been using this little vice which was given to me by Rob from RDP Project, and it served me very well and I use it a lot, but I found it difficult when I wanted to get to the pommel and tilt the knife up, but I still will be using this vice, but I've complemented it with another vice that I bought off eBay quite cheap, and there it is. It's a vice made by Base Tech. It wasn't very expensive, I only had 20 odd quid. I'm able to easily clamp a knife in, rubberised jaws, and then I can, if I want to work on the pommel area for example, I can loosen it and tip it up, and I've got access to this area here, and I can basically position it anywhere I want. And I can even position it down there like that. You can see the various ways that I can position the knife for hand finishing. Just a simply eBay purchase, and so far it's doing the job well. Still got on there, try to tighten the damn thing up. So I'm quite happy with that addition to my workshop. This afternoon's work is to tidy up and put the bevels on these 4 wasps and etch logos. I'm hoping to do that before tea time. So you can see I've been pretty busy. Well, that's the end of another working day. Hands are filthy, covered in grime. Got to have a shave. Been too busy making that shave knife for my friend Paul. But I finished off the wasps. There's a wasp. That's a wasp neck knife. Look, for those that haven't seen one before, it's just a larger variant to the wisp. It gives a good 3-fingered grip and a good longer cutting edge as well, so that should be an improvement, I think, on the wisp. Just the sheaves to make for them. Just a quick thank you to Mick from Jester Bushcraft. Mick sent me a box of goodies. They're all micrometers. There's a small one which measures 0 to 1 inch, and I've been using that a lot actually recently. And he also sent me 1 to 2 inch and 2 to 3 inch micrometers as well. I'll show you those. There you go. So proper old tools these. I've no idea how old these are. They may have belonged to someone in his family perhaps, I don't know, but really appreciate that, Mick. Thank you very much for that. I'll find a use for these. Well, earlier today I showed you me vacuuming these. There's a nice cup that Noel gave me, look. Vacuuming my mosaic pins. and they've been left in a nice warm place to dry, and they're not quite set rock hard yet, but I can probably take that off now. You can see the end of the tube has been taped up, stop the epoxy from running out at the bottom, and also you can see that the epoxy is solidified in the tube now, so we should have pure epoxy in the mosaic pin. So I'm going to now just remove this. Simply by slicing the tube. And of course I'll remove the masking tape at the bottom, and then cut the pin to length, and that's my mosaic pins.